Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alana and today we'll be talking about 2021, the year that was. So this will encompass some personal life stuff as well as some brief book stuff as well. I will be doing a separate video entirely for my book stats and for my favorite books of the year. So when they come out, I will update the description down below for you. So 2021 was a bit of an odd feeling year. Essentially, we started out strong, hit a time blip in the middle there, and now we're scrambling to try and be back to normal. At least that's how it feels for me. So yeah, very disjointed in a way, but some big things did start to happen. We hit some milestones as well. So what were they? Let's see. We started planning our wedding, and by we, I mean my partner and myself. We're getting married next year. Full steam ahead. It's gonna happen. It will happen. We haven't had to postpone, and touch wood, we won't. So yeah, I started trying to plan a wedding during a pandemic in another state because I love a challenge. So if you weren't aware, I'm originally from South Australia and I now live in New South Wales, but I grew up in SA. And when he told me that I got to pick where we could have the wedding, I said, you shouldn't have said that because we're going home. So we will be going home next year to tie the knot. It's all booked in. I'm very excited, but the process of planning a wedding has been okay so far. I think that when we get down to closer to the date, that's when things will probably turn into how they are at the movies with just last minute panics and things like that. But so far so good. Recently I did pick up my dress as well, so another thing ticked off the list. And yeah, that has been one of the big projects of 2021. I hope to never have to do this again, even though it's been okay, but weddings are expensive and very time consuming. So first big thing of 2021 is that. We also hit a year of living in our brand new house, which we did build 2019 to 2020. And yeah, it surprised me that we've already been in here for 12 months and people will tell you that things don't get done overnight, and I can confirm that because we still have little things that we need to finish off, but the majority of it is great. I'll insert a little clip too, which is basically just the little things that I have done recently that I'm really proud of that I ticked off on. So, you know, here.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Just kidding, it's dead as fuck.
Wow. Wow, look at this. Wow. Wow.
And I know that was basically just hanging some pictures and some shelves and plants, but for me, that's made the house feel even more like our own. And it took a while to do those things because working full time and busy and pandemics and stuff. But there you go, been in our new house for a year already. I will also just put this really quickly at the start as well. I found my New Year's resolution spread in my journal from the start of the year, and I think I've completed like 3 or 4 out of 6 or 7 of them, which is fine. It's on track. I was kind of successful. The main one was to read 65 books, and I actually finished, as of filming this video, on the 17th of December. I'm pre-filming a tiny bit early, but it's busy for the rest of this month. I did end up finishing 86 books, so good stuff to me for reading that many books. I did also do a little bit of a comparison thing where this year I actually counted how many audiobooks of that 86 that I read, which was 40. So audiobooks are definitely my friend at the moment. To go along with the book reading as well, I rediscovered my passion for this channel in the middle of lockdown. So here's where I'm going to talk a little bit about lockdown and the pandemic. So if you don't want to have to hear any of that because you're already experiencing it or you're burnt out, that's fine. I'll put a timestamp to when I stop talking about it. But this year we did experience a lockdown ourselves here in New South Wales. I remember last year seeing Melbourne get locked down and I just thought that looks like a shit time. I'm so glad that's not us. I really feel for those people. And then this year it was our turn. So we got locked down, I think, from July to October, essentially for about 3 months, which in the scheme of things, I know that we are lucky where we live and it was necessary and all of that. But the reality was we were still locked down. So during that time, I had to do things to try and still feel like I had a routine because work was closed. So I rediscovered this channel, and from September I've been posting at least a video a week. So I've kept that up for the last couple of months as well, and I'm just really proud of myself for doing so, because I originally wanted to be able to do a video a week, and I just lost motivation for my channel last year and I didn't post for an entire year. But during that blip of time there, I picked this back up again, and I'm super glad that I did. I think it was also encouraging that one of my videos that I did post coming out of my little year hiatus was a video that has done very well, and I wasn't expecting it to reach as many people as it has. In the scheme of things, my channel is very, very small. This is a hobby for me, and I like that how it is. But I did post a video. It was my Empire of the Vampire reading vlog, spoiler free. It's here, and it's here as well if you haven't checked it out yet and you want to. But as of filming this video, this has 1.9k views on it, which for my little channel, this is huge. And I really do think that this encouragement was the reason why I have kept it up and been posting weekly videos since then, because this surprised me a lot. I mean, I know it shouldn't have, because the author is very, very big. He has his own type of branding, and Empire of the Vampire was a very heavily spruiked book, which I did enjoy, but maybe also it was the timing of my upload. I think I uploaded it like on release date, so it was very relevant. But it still amazes me. This is my highest video of my channel so far, and it just makes me want to do more content like this. So thank you for your support, I think is where this is bleeding into. Since coming back to my channel more regularly, I have felt more of a connection to what I've been putting out as well, and it's just been great. It's been a really good hobby to have, and now I actually get a little bit, not antsy or anything, but if I don't have my weekly video scheduled, it's the thing that brings me joy, so I feel a little bit like if I don't have it ready to go. So I'm really enjoying that I have rediscovered this hobby, and basically thank you so much for tuning in and for supporting the channel, and just for chucking a like here and there and whatnot. Like, when I say it means a lot, it means a lot. Another highlight was that I did get to interview the author of Empire of the Vampire, Jay Kristoff. This was done over on the Nerd Daily. I will make sure to leave that article linked down below, which was just a really surreal moment. Like, I do get a lot of great opportunities being a content writer for that website, and this was one of them. It was just great. It was great. I'm not very articulate today, but essentially it was great. And I was just happy enough that I got to review the book, but then I did get to interview him, and then also part of my review got picked up and put onto Amazon's US listing of the title as well. And I'll chuck a screenshot up as well, just because proud writer moment. Like, this is Amazon, and part of my review got put on that. So super chuffed about that. Definitely a highlight of the year for me. And you know, I'm always happy to talk about books anywhere and everywhere, at work, on this channel, on Instagram, through the website, and it made my heart happy. During the time blip as well, there are two things I want to mention. One, we got the Olympics, which I know is not everyone's cup of tea, but as a horse person, an equestrian from when I used to live at home, watching the show jumping and the eventing and the dressage was a huge highlight, and something that also got me through that time blip part of the year as well. Loved that so very much. Also, shout out to Marvel as well for holding my hand throughout the blip, because as we were getting shut down, my partner and I did get to go and see Black Widow, and then as we were coming out the other side, we got to see Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and it was just a nice full circle moment of Marvel always having our backs there with producing great movies. I also got vaxxed as well, so that when we went back to normal and when I got to go back to work in October, I could fully enjoy being out, and that leads me to where we are at the moment. So in December, work's busy, obviously. Retail, book selling in Christmas time is going to be busy, and I just know that the last 2 weeks of this year, if we have 2 weeks left, I think we have 2 weeks left. We only have 2 weeks of 2020 left. Oh, 2021. it's been a ride, but overall I can safely say that I've been doing okay this year, which is better than expected, even though at the start of the year I did think that it would be more smooth sailing and I didn't expect the blip there. But it happened, we're out the other side, maybe not completely, but here's where we're ending up. So just to recap, read 86 books, have been in our house for a year, started planning a wedding, which is going to be one of the biggest days of my life, had a video go viral for me in the scheme of my channel, got to have an excerpt of a book review I did show up on Amazon, bought a new car, and only cried a couple of times. Wow. What a year! I think it's safe to say that no one can really predict what will be in 2022, but that was the year of 2021 in review. Wherever you are, I hope, and I really, really hope, that you are actually doing okay out there, because it's been a ride. But if you're watching this, we're still here, and we're still reading a lot of books, and hopefully thriving at little intervals here and there. So thank you so much for watching my babbly thoughts of the year that was. I can't wait to show you the books that I have loved in this year as well. That video will be up when it is up. And I hope that you have a good holidays out there, whether you celebrate Christmas or you don't. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!